Welcome to radicalwellnesstv.com, and here is Timothy, and he's going to explain to us sustainable bioenergetics.
Bioenergetics.
Oh,
yeah,
good.
Sustainable bioenergetics.
So, Timothy, what is that exactly?
Well, I'm. Let me just give a little background on myself first.
Okay.
I'm basically. I was schooled in engineering. I had a background in engineering and particle physics. I actually went to the University of Notre Dame. I was buddies with Joe Montana while I was there, and I was in my senior year of studying in one of the top classes that ever been through Notre Dame, chemical engineering, and I was tops in my class. And what happened was I came across a couple of books. One was called The Magic of Findhorn, and one was called The Grail Message. And reading these, I was so blown away, if you will, and that I actually dropped out of school and went to a place called Findhorn in Findhorn, Scotland. It was a garden that was growing 40-pound cabbages, roses in the winter time that wouldn't even grow in southern England, much less up in northern Scotland. So anyway, I went there. I went to the Grail settlement in the Austrian Alps, spent about a year off just learning about the natural energies in nature. Well, after that, I felt drawn to come back to the United States. I finished my degree, actually studying engineering, did a lot of projects. I worked with the nuclear accelerator at Notre Dame, operating that, and I was actually the liaison between the engineering departments and the nuclear structures lab. I would design different things for the accelerator, including operating the accelerator itself. Eventually worked as an engineer designing. Did the computer work for the Detroit monorail. I worked with the Inland Nippon. It was a 21st century steel mill, cold roll steel mill in South Bend, Indiana. Did all the projects, accounting projects for that. Did a lot of really neat work, and at the same time I felt drawn to be involved with environmental products, and originally I was in pre-med, and the person I really admired was Tom Dooley. Went to Notre Dame and basically was a Mother Teresa, was a doctor, and was the Mother Teresa of the medical profession around the third world. Well, I just always felt drawn to helping people, helping with health, helping with philanthropy, just helping people while I'm on this planet. Well, I came across some different sciences and some scientists who later became my mentors. We were all like free-thinking scientists, and basically we're tapping into different scientists from around the world. Rudolf Steiner in biodynamics, yin and yang energies. Scientists that were working with new science, with things that had actually paralleled the conventional chemical industries, but basically were growing things, helping people naturally. Well, I learned this. My mentors are no longer gone, but I've carried on this science. I call it sustainable bioenergetics. It's basically working with the innate forces in nature and using that to make, like for instance, supplements. We get a couple of supplements for people that we make. This is what we call, this one was a Zip Energy Cap. The reason we call it the way it got its name, I actually made these for myself, and found out that they helped me quite a bit. And other people, when they would get sick, I would say, well, here, try these. We, like people with animals, we had a cat that was gonna die. We gave him to the cat. The cat was like reborn. The owner said the cat hadn't seen the cat play that much since it was a kitten, and she thought he was gonna die. What else? Well, just all kinds of stories. We have 4 or 5 people in their 80s and 90s that are actually saying their health are getting better because of taking this. This is a whole phenomenon in itself. A friend of mine, he says, well, you need to call them zip pills. And I said, why? And he goes, because they give you zip. So we did. We call them Zip Energy caps. We also make a drops that does something similar for that you can put. It's 1 drop per quart of water. These both help animals. Helps animals, people. This one you can also use it with your plants as well. These are just a couple of products. Here's one that we make for the growing industry. It's a transplant medium. I can't really let you smell it over a camera here, but I can. Oh my gosh! I let our MC here smell it earlier. It's a living product. It's alive. It's actually growing. You put some of this on your plants when you plant them. I had one lady call me in 3 days and said she says, Timothy, come over here. You got to get photographs. Her tomato plants doubled in size, and in 3 days had a local nursery here. We planted with their leading organic product in these. As we came walking up, one of the sales ladies she yells from afar, your butter lettuce is 3 times larger than the other one. It was really funny.
Wow.
We do that.
How does
strawberries?
How does that work? It's vibrationally wise. How would you explain what's going on?
Okay, well we work. What we've done is we don't. Okay, let me back up just a little bit. I have 3 different areas where I differentiate in areas of growing or with people, because we're all part of the biosphere. We're all part of the same biological mechanism here. That there's 3 different elements to it. One is the physical chemical, which is that's where most of conventional and organic agriculture operates. Then I say that then we also use what I call the magnetic electrical, which is a little bit more like the yin and yang of the Chinese. The Tesla was tapping into the natural magnetic frequencies of the planet. We're a gravitational magnetic phenomenon. We actually live on a electromagnetic capacitor, and then the last part is kind of the cosmic etheric, would be more like biodynamics. If anybody's familiar with Rudolf Steiner and biodynamics, homeopathy. These are what is the Indian science? Ayurvedic. These tap into the more etheric energies. So we use all of these in these products, and the idea is that we're not feeding the plants. We're not the plants aren't things. The thing is once everything's electrical. For instance, Steiner taught us that we've got a cosmic grid and an earth grid, and what happens is when we balance the system properly, we say it's electrical. It's like you get your the electricity of the soil and the air and everything going. You plug your plant in, and it's like plugging your toaster into your electric socket. You're tapping into the natural energies of the planet. Mm-hmm. I say, if you look out into nature, I always ask people, I go, why are we putting nitrogen on plants? The air is 78% nitrogen. If you look up in nature doesn't put nitrogen on the plants. The plants are getting access to the latent forces in nature. And so what we usually say is that, look, you don't need chemical nitrogen. You don't need organic nitrogen. You don't even need a green thumb. All you need is green gold, and that's the name of our website, greengoldnaturals.com. And you can log into that and find out a little bit more about all this information. Basically, we're not feeding the soil. We're actually giving the soil what it needs so it can access these latent forces. It's a free energy system. We're helping your body, your animals, the soil, the plants. We're in the process of growing strawberries to make those available as well. Our strawberries test off the charts on energy. We actually sent them up to the health show up in San Francisco with one of our friends, and they took them up there and somebody stopped by, I think it was a Sunday night or Monday morning after the health show up there, and they wanted to buy some of those strawberries. Well, come to find out, they not only were a hit with everybody, but what happened was that they took them to two different scientists up there, two different doctors, and who test things for energy. Well, what they found out is when they test conventional produce on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, 1 being the lowest, chemical agriculture, organic chemical products usually test about a 1. Organic produce will usually test a 2 or 3. The highest substance that they had ever tested were some homeopathic products out of Europe, which tested about a 6 or 7. And guess what? The Green Gold strawberries tested. The Green Gold Naturals strawberries tested on a scale of 1 to 10. Yeah, you got it. They tested a 9. I mean, they were like in awe. They were like, "Where did you get these?" So, and that's what we do. Is we work with energy. We assist the plant in connecting with the latent forces in nature, with the magnetic electrical, with the nitrogen in the air, and what all this means for you and everybody that we try to come into contact and make an impact for is your health. That it actually shifts your aura. It's produce for health. It's nutrients for health. It's to make you, your children, your parents, your friends, your animals, your garden, your trees, your plants, basically the whole environment. We're here to help make it better and get better. And just Google greengoldnaturals.com or type in greengoldnaturals.com to find out more information about it. And we look forward to hearing from you. And we've got all kinds of specials going on if you'd like to try some of these samples and products or whatever. And we'll be sure and let you know about once we have strawberries as well. We hope you have a great day, and we hope that you'll try the zips and hopefully help you and your family and everybody to take the zip test. Anyway, thank you very much, and hope you have a great day.
Thank you, Timothy. Boy, that's another definition of live food, if I ever heard one. Anyway, thank you very much, and love life. Life will love you back. Bye-bye for now.